Hello fellow Total Warriors, I am Zardar and welcome. In today's video we'll talk about on which one is the most profitable province for the Dark Elves according to their slave economy, and also share some thoughts and suggestions according to your legendary lord. If you don't want to watch the entire 20-minute video of me explaining various stuff on the campaign map according to the 4-region system, which one makes more money, which could make more and all that, just go ahead and follow the first timestamp in order to see how much the top province is making according to the bare income without any Khainaite Assassins in it, and follow the second timestamp in order to see how much it can actually make at maximum with 100 Khainaite Assassins dropped in it. Thank you for your time, and yeah, let's continue. So I'll just cut straight to the chase because I'm not a clickbait YouTuber. I'm gonna tell you immediately what this province is and its story Ivres. We're gonna work our way down and just explain what capabilities the other provinces have, what you should go for, because obviously you can't get Ivres from the beginning. So if you are playing, for example, with Malekith, yeah, like you have to start from something else like the Iron Mountains, etc, etc. So yeah, Tor Ivres is the most profitable, and that is without any Khainaite Assassins. I have them actually in the sea over here, just waiting. I'm gonna drop them inside later so you can actually see what's the most money this province can actually make, although you might have seen it from the thumbnail already of the video. Here this guy's only standing on the land is because of the Sycophant trait. There's no Khainaite Assassins present yet, so this is what you get. Ivres comes first with 76,853. Titan Peaks, and that's because not many people know about this. The only reason the first province, which is Ivres, makes almost 30k more than the second, which is Titan Peaks, which a lot of people believe it's either Titan Peaks or Black Flood because of the Hag Graef mine. I don't know. I don't understand it, how so many people have missed this, but yeah, definitely it's not Titan Peaks or Hag Graef by a large margin. It's 30k margin, which as soon as you add the assassins in, it's gonna make a huge difference. So Tor Ivres is only able to make so much money because of this unique building here, which I believe was added during the Eltharion campaign DLC, because I don't remember it to be here, or I'm dumb and I just don't remember, and it's been here since the beginning, but I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, this is essentially an extra slave building, which, as you can see, it's making a 30k difference. Now, you have to take into account that there's also an extra 10% slave decline rate, so all you have to do is just add one more master with Sycophant trait. The Sycophant trait is this, which reduces slave decline rate by 10%. The 10% here actually translates, where am I? Like if you have, where is it? I need, oh, I'm actually should be looking here. So if you have, for example, 1% decline rate, if you want to remove, to reduce that 1%, it's 10% from this skill. So it might say 10%, but it's not. As soon as you go into this window and you have, for example, 4% in decline rate, you have to drop 4 masters with a trait in order to bring that 4% down. I don't know why this is how it is, but yeah, it's just that. So all of my provinces, my slave provinces, have 3 masters with the Sycophant trait, and Ivres just needs 4, so there's not gonna ever be a decline. Now, before we proceed, I have to tell you that the most money that you're gonna get is actually from only 4-region provinces. It doesn't have to do with a 2-region province like, let's see here. It doesn't matter if the vampire, it's a 3-region province, but whatever, you know, you get what I mean. It doesn't matter if it's making crazy good amount of money. It all comes down to slave space and slots. A 4-region province is gonna have more slave building slots available, and also it's gonna have more max space available. A 4-region province can afford up to 17,500 slaves, while a 3-region province can afford up to 14,000. and all the money comes from slaves. It doesn't matter if you have gold mines in there. Obviously they're gonna help with the tax rate, with the Khainite assassins and all that, but it all has to do mostly with slaves. So yeah, there's a few rare occasions that a few 3-region provinces come close, but only because there's like 4-region provinces that are uninhabitable. And in uninhabitable provinces, you get the minus 50% income from all buildings. So just to get this out, these provinces are the Blightwater, I think? No, the Broken Lands, because of this building over here, which increases the slave markets and slave pens by 30% in all regions in this province. But it comes mostly close, even though this building is present, it mostly comes close to 1,000 below the lower income province of a 4-region province compared to 3, which is like the Western Badlands here. So the Broken Lands here were, because I tested this already, it's just that I gave up on it because I just realized, oh, it's not making so much money, so 3-region provinces are out of the picture. But I remember the numbers, it was making up to 28,000, so it was like almost the same, identical with, you know, a 4-region uninhabitable province. So yeah, one is that that's might be worth it if you don't have any other 4-region provinces. The other is the Dragon Isles. The reason being is it has 3 ports, and one of that is actually making double the money, which is this one. So it actually, if I remember correctly, this one made 27,000. It was just 1,000 behind the Broken Lands, and the other was the Vampire Coast, I think, which was standing at 25,000, something like that. There were a few others. I was testing almost everything. It's just that I gave up after a little while, and I was like, oh yeah, like only 4-region provinces are really worth it. So yeah, oh god, what did I click? The game is super laggy when you get so far into the campaign. So second is coming, second is Titan Picks, and I see a lot of people actually, if you like Google this in on the internet, you're gonna find answers on Reddit or any other forums being that the first one in income is actually Titan Picks or the Black Flood. That's the two that you're gonna get like as an option, as an answer. But it's, as you can see here, Yvresse is just beating both of these provinces really hard. Like Iron Mountains, for example, Titan Picks beats Iron Mountains, but yeah, it's making a lot of money. The tax rate, as soon as you add the Khainite Assassins, is gonna translate it to a lot bigger difference. But if you compare Yvresse to Titan Picks, which comes second, that's almost 30k, and 30k when you add 100 Khainite Assassins, because that's how many there are here, 100. Let me just show you. Oh, I can recruit Khainite Assassins from here. I have maxed out, and guess what? They're all standing here ready to be dropped. I don't even know if I'm gonna have enough land. I will, but I don't know if there's gonna be available road for troops to get over. Anyway, the campaign is almost finished, so it doesn't matter. So second one is Titan Picks. I have constructed all of the good buildings that give off money in here. The Black Flood comes behind the Titan Peaks, but really close with the Iron Mountains, which is kind of a surprise because, you know, it has a really profitable building over here. So the Black Flood is third, as we can see, with all slave income buildings being constructed. Then it's Iron Mountains. Over here, as you can see, I could actually build an extra building, what's it called? A guild halls, just to get a little bit more money, which I believe if I construct this one over here, it might be possible for the Iron Mountains to be making a little bit more than the Black Flood. But the thing is, you need this building. That's why I left it here, and I didn't, you know, put a monetary one in there, because it gives off 5% flat faction-wide tax rate. So you do need it. It increases the rank for sorceresses, Lord Recruit rank, and Winds of Magic power, and that's in other provinces as well. So next one is Attain, and Attain, if we construct also another monetary building here, it might actually be able to reach the Iron Mountains on 42,000. But you also need this building because it reduces corruption all over the place, faction-wide, and you're either going to be fighting Skaven, vampires, or chaos, so yeah, you do really need it. So I left it in here, but besides that, all the other monetary buildings that can give off money have been constructed. Have I forgotten anything? No, it's all built. So, next one is the Road of Skulls, and also all slave buildings have been constructed in here. These ones I just leave them for public order and all that, and also, you know, global effects. There's no other income building that can be constructed here, so, you know, perhaps the Road of Skull makes a little bit more extra. No. Then comes Isthmus of Lastria, which is, you know, it's an unpleasant climate. It's not uninhabitable, but it's still unpleasant. It's still minus 15%. But that's the thing, like, it all comes down to slaves. The buildings here, for example, these ones make minus 15%. These ones, I believe they do not. That's why you get this number so close, you know, with a pleasant climate. It also has a gold mine, which, well, obviously it helps a lot. Yeah, I have constructed all monetary buildings in here. Let's go to the next one, Headhunter's Jungle. I could boost this a little bit more by just building the Guild's Hall in here too, but the thing is, I have left this one because I think that it's a very important building. It increases the recruit rank for Khainaite Assassins and Death Hags globally, so yeah, you can, if you construct the Guild's Hall in here, you can probably reach up to the Isthmus of Lastria level, because they're almost identical, unpleasant climate with a gold mine included. So yeah, if you construct the Guild's Hall, it's probably gonna reach to this level, but I highly suggest just make a little bit less and just, you know, have this one over here. Next one is Reichland. Obviously you're not gonna get here really fast. In a lot of these ones you're not gonna be getting here real fast. I'm just going all over so I can, you know, show all four regions, four region provinces. Also all buildings constructed in here, making 35,000. There's nothing else that can boost it even a little bit more. Then it's Obsidian Peaks, which is actually a pleasant climate. As you can see here, Reichland, Headhunter's Jungle, Isthmus, and others are making more money than this one. I've also constructed all monetary buildings in here, even these ones, because it doesn't matter if they produce resources, they also produce a little bit money, which is like 200, which always helps. And it also reduces the upkeep for Sage, which I highly suggest that you play with Sage as Dark Elves. So yeah, this one, it can't be boosted anymore. Deadwood comes next. As you can see, I have left the obsidian in here. If we construct this one, the Guild's Hall, perhaps it can surpass the Obsidian Peaks. I don't believe it can surpass Reichland, but as I said, you need this one as well because it increases the hero recruit rank for sorceresses. It's a really good one. You know, you're gonna be needing your mages to be as much higher level as you can get them. Next one is Blightwater, also an unpleasant climate in the Dwarven Mountains in the south. Also here we have a gemstone, which produces a lot of money, but it's not a gold mine, so it's making around half. That's why it's not making as much as, excuse me, Isthmus of Lastria or Headhunter's Jungle. But it's maxed out, like there's nothing else that can be built in here. Next one is Northern Jungles of Pahualaksa. Also, everything has been maxed out in here. The Doomglades also maxed out, except this building. I could go for a Guild's Hall here, which will boost it up to 32k most likely, but you do need this building here. It reduces flat minus 10% upkeep for all units, so it's more important to have this than making an extra 1,000 over here. To the next one, Southern Jungles of Pahualaksa. This is maxed out. There's nothing else that can be built in here. This one is extra, so you know it doesn't matter because we have already built the Guild's Hall. It's making good amount of money, but as you can see, with no gold mine, from 36,000, which is Isthmus of Lastria, it actually drops down to 31 because of the unpleasant climate. It's not massive. Actually, it is. You know, No, it's not, because if you compare the Iron Mountains and the Black Flood, it's a massive difference. But if you compare the Deadwood, which is a pleasant climate but doesn't have any unique buildings, it's actually really close. So yeah, that minus 15% is not making a huge difference, because as I said, that minus 15% is added to these buildings, 1, 2, to this one. This one is not making any extra, so there's that. So yeah, it doesn't reduces the income from slaves. I think, does it? No, it doesn't. It just reduces it here. So these slave buildings are just, you know, let me just rephrase. You get a little bit more money in Deadwood because these ones are making a little bit more, so that's why you get that extra little bit of cash, but not a massive difference. Anyway, whatever. I'm not gonna explain this. You probably get it. Where was I? Southern jungles of Pahualaksa. Ostenmark. Ostenmark also maxed out. There's no other building that can be constructed in here. 31,000, unpleasant climate. Let me see, is there an uninhabitable one? Nah, I think all regions, yeah, they're all unpleasant. Next one is nobler country, which is really important because if you start off with Malus, you're either gonna end up with this, and if you keep Hag Graef, well, I suggest you go for Hag Graef. But if you don't keep it and you start off alone down here, I highly suggest that nobler country to be your starting provinces and not the Dragon Isles. It can be the second if you don't get another 4-region province, but for the first one, go for the nobler country. Next one is Talakbeland. Oh, yeah, you get it. It's making decent amount of money. Everything is maxed out in here, but as you can see, nothing crazy. I mean, it's crazy. There's only a few provinces that make 30k. But you know, compared to these ones, I'm speaking. Midland is next, also decent amount of money. This is also unpleasant climate, so only minus 15%. Then we have the Eastern Badlands, also an unpleasant climate. Unfortunately, there's no gold mine in here, which there should be something in Karakate Peaks. It's Karakate Peaks, so it should be more profitable. But yeah, this is all it can reach. The next one is the Northern Great Jungle. And actually this one should be somewhere up here, I believe. It's just that I've constructed this one, which doesn't give off any money. If I built a Guild's Hall, it would probably push it up by almost 1,000. And if I constructed another one here, probably a little bit more. So 32, like it would probably surpass Nobler Country, something like that. But since I'm playing with Sage, and I also highly suggest you play with Sage, I left this one because it reduces their upkeep by 3%, and also this one, as I said earlier, it increases the rank of the Khainaite Assassins. Next one, Blood River Valley. Where is that? Oh, it's Barak Var. Now this one is tricky because Barak Var is actually unpleasant, but all 3 other regions of the province are actually uninhabitable, and that's why it's down here, but above the Great Desert of Araby, Southern Badlands, Western Badlands, which is all 4 regions uninhabitable. So just one unpleasant region in the province actually places it above the top lowest income provinces. So yeah, everything maxed out in here. There's nothing else to be built. Next one is Great Desert of Araby. As you can see, it has a gold mine, and compared to the Isthmus of Lasria, which also has one, it's really far down below, 29,000, and that's because it's uninhabitable. So it's minus 50%, which is making, that one actually makes a huge difference. 50% is a lot for the flat income besides the slaves, which is something different. Next one is Southern Badlands. No unique buildings in here. And as you can see in these ones, the uninhabitable ones, it's actually really hard to maintain the public order as well. So I've constructed everything that has to do with public order in here, like the Palace of the Dread Knights, the arena, but it still is not enough. I mean, it's stable right here, like it's not gonna go below minus 40, but you don't have visibility over the province compared to unpleasant or pleasant climates. So yeah, you have to take into account this as well. Next one is the Western Badlands, the Ekrund. So everything maxed out in here as well. Nothing crazy about it. 28k. And yeah, these last two down here, the Great Desert of Araby is saved a little bit because of the gold mine, and the Blood River Valley because it has one region that's unpleasant, not uninhabitable. But these two are the only ones that can actually make, as I said earlier, might actually make the same money with the Broken Lands or the Dragon Isles or even the Vampire Coast. But it doesn't matter because it's just two provinces. You always want to wait for aim for 4 region provinces. And that is pretty much it, my friends. What else can I show you here? I don't think there's anything else to show right now. I'm just gonna go ahead, pause here, wait 1 hour to pass until I move all the Khainite Assassins, because trust me, it's gonna take an hour to move all these guys. So I'm gonna transfer them all. I'm gonna hit the end turn so it refreshes, because I think it doesn't refresh here, your income, it only refreshes up here. So we can actually see a number on how much Torivres is able to make maximum. Be right back. Alright guys, and here is our answer. If you construct all of the slave buildings in Ivres and you also drop 100 Khainite Assassins, you can actually get 511,909 what is that, denarii? I don't care, whatever, coins. So if I remember correctly, before the Khainite Assassins migrated here, which is what it was the most painful thing to do, having to micromanage to transfer 100 Khainite Assassins from the Iron Mountains to here, but whatever, it was just all for the video, so it was just that. So yeah, if Iron Mountains, before I move all 100 Khainite Assassins here, it was making 284,000 approximately. I suspect Titan Picks, if I drop all 100 Assassins, will be making something on the 300k plus something, but that's just that. As you can see, Ivres, with having a 30k difference lead on bare money, no Khainite Assassins, and when you drop a plus, how much is this, plus 600 percentage up? Does it say, or does it? Yeah, it doesn't say, it just caps at 115%, but it's much higher than that. So yeah, if you drop 100 Khainite Assassins, even if you're like mid-campaign, like 20 or 30 or 40 are probably gonna make the biggest difference here. So Torivres alone is making 329,449. That's more than the Iron Mountains were making as a whole province. Torivres, the city on itself, is making more than that, and it's probably making, like, Titan Picks probably makes as much as this one city does, but we also have 3 more. Trilinia makes 60k, LSIL pretty much 61, and Shrine of Loek is making 60k. So yeah, here is your answer. Ivres, the most profitable province in the game for the Dark Elves. Not the Titan Picks, not Hag Graef, the Black Flag, which everybody keeps saying. Let me just make sure I position all my Khainite Assassins actually. You know, perhaps I missed somebody. Nah, they're all positioned within the Ivres province. So, as I said in the beginning, I'm gonna be sharing some thoughts on, depending on your starting lord. Now, if you start with Malekith, I highly suggest that you start off with the Iron Mountains or the Black Flood if you get it fast enough. It doesn't really matter. The reason for that being is, well, you can't get Torivres fast enough, and also when you get it, all you have to do is just construct the buildings and start recruiting Khainite Assassins there. You don't even have to transfer them, you know, immediately. You can just keep recruiting here until you reach the 100 cap, and then start disbanding them from here and dropping them here. That's because the percentages are not multiplied. If you have 20 Khainite Assassins positioned here, you are not gonna miss anything if you know, don't drop the extra one here and you drop him in Torivres. The bonus is added, not multiplied, so you're actually Even if you just acquire Tory Vrest and it doesn't have any assassin in there, just dropping a single one is gonna make you more money than dropping him, for example, in Iron Mountains. So yeah, if you start with Malekith, start with the Iron Mountains or Hag Graef, depending on which one you get first, because you won't be able to get the slave province immediately. You have to set up first your economy and your armies so you can defend a region, a province like this, because it's pretty much undefendable. Yeah, if you start with Morathi, obviously go for the Titan picks, start dropping slaves in here, and then when you get Tory Vrest, just go for that. Who else is it? Malekith, I covered him. Malus, yeah, if you have Malus now, if you don't keep Hag Graef and you just set up, gonna start here alone, I highly suggest that you go for nobler country. Now it's really difficult to get to a second 4-region province, and if you get to there, which is the Southern Badlands, it's only gonna actually, no, it's not. You can actually get to the Dwarven one, which is just unpleasant, Blightwater here and Karagate Peaks. So if you get fast enough in here, before your slaves max out in nobler country, you can start building these two. Otherwise, if you don't make it that fast and you have to drop slaves somewhere else because you're maxed out, just drop them into the Dragon Isles. It's gonna make good money, and then you can just transfer it. But yeah, suggestion is to go for the nobler country. If you keep Hag Graef, obviously go for the Black Flood, and the same as I said with Malekith and with Morathi, when you get Tory Vrest, just start dropping Khainite Assassins there and slowly transfer them, or don't even at all, and you're still gonna be good. Now, if you start with... what's the name of this lady? Kron Helebron. You can even start here, like Harganeth. As you can see, it's making good money. And you have room for the unique buildings, so it's not gonna be, you know, reducing you from any good slot buildings over here. But then again, with Harganeth, it's pretty much the same starting location with either Malekith or even Malus if you keep Hag Graef. So yeah, like with Malus, you can just make Hag Graef your slave province. With Harganeth, you can either start with this or make it Hag Graef, depending on how fast you capture it, or Nagarond, or confederate with it. So yeah, there's that. It's really up to you. Again, same conclusion. When you get Vrest, just start building it up. It's not gonna make huge of a difference. And I think last one is what's the octopus guy name? I forget. I haven't played Warhammer in a long time. I've only come back to this campaign, you know, just to hone my skills. Because I haven't played it for a year and a half, and I feel like I have completely forgotten everything. But I guess I didn't, because, you know, the campaign went pretty well. But it's Dark Elves. Their economy is crazy good, almost to the scales of broken. Because I was making, if I remember correctly, by turn 80, I was making 200 in income, 200,000, and I had at least 1 million in the bank. So yeah, that speaks volumes about the Dark Elven economy. So yeah, if you start with, what's the name of this guy again? Yeah, anyway, the octopus guy. You can start off obviously with a Headhunter's jungle. You have plenty of plethora of options, as you can see here. You can go for the northern Great Jungle. You can go for... Nah, you don't have too many options here. It's either Headhunters or Northern Great Jungle. So yeah, just start with Headhunters. Go to this one if you max out, and when you reach Vrest, you're good to go. And that is pretty much it. Did I forget any lords? I don't think I have. It's 5 Dark Elven lords, right? So yeah, that's all of it. Don't worry about not getting Vrest too fast. Just making slave money is good enough. Making extra slave money, it's only needed during the end game. Like, it's fine. So yeah, again, let's look at this number here. It's 511,000, and there's no like unique event going on here. If I remember correctly, there's one unique event, which is plus 10% tax rate across all provinces. If that dropped over here, I think it would skyrocket up to 550 income, because I remember when I had the Iron Mountains and it happened from 200 something, it actually boosted up to 230 something income, if I remember correctly. So this one, not even 550,000, might actually reach 600,000 worth of income, and to reverse making 449. So that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope I answered your question. I hated to see that everybody believed it's actually either Titan Picks or Hag Graef. It's none of this. It's story verse, and by a huge margin, not just a little. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. Feel free to leave a like or a comment, subscribe if you want, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.